Drive along Highway 24 in Townville and you'll see farms like this one, churches, and American flags. Then you'll see something else. There at the school, this small community's heart has been broken, but is slowly healing.
We continue to grieve. It is still very raw for us. We grieve for the victims. We grieve for Jacob Hall's family. We miss Jacob.
Jacob Hall, the first grader, shot and killed here a month ago.
It was traumatic. It was a horrific event. And such a senseless act stole the innocence of this school.
Dr. Joanne Avery is the superintendent of Anderson County District 4 schools. In the Townville Elementary cafeteria, she took us back to September 28th, the day everything changed.
At 1:42 is when the incident happened. The perpetrator accessed down, went around the back of the building. Within seconds of getting on that blacktop, did not even put the truck in park, jumped out immediately. And on the back of the school, the other first grade was on the playground. And then the second classroom was getting ready to go out. So the teacher was just opening the door to allow the students to go out, and that's when the incident happened. And the perpetrator targeted the classroom door.
Firing shots until his gun jammed. The students rushed back into their classroom.
The teacher and the teacher assistant in that classroom were amazing because they knew that they got to lock the door and they needed to get the students out. And then they had injured students. And so in the wake of all that, they're caring for their children.
One of the victims was the teacher herself, Megan Hollingsworth. Jacob was in bad shape, and another student was shot too. The school nurse was the first to rush to their aid. The principal put the school on lockdown.
I was just amazed at how they were so focused on doing everything they knew to do, and then some, to provide care and love to the injured.
911 calls started coming in to dispatch.
Kearney County 911, what is the location of your emergency?
Townville firefighters were the first to arrive.
It was a long time. It was 7 minutes plus. And the first folks that were able to be on the scene were two wonderful firefighters that put their life on the line for the safety of the students and staff, Jamie Brock and Billy McAdams. You know, Jamie tackled the perpetrator, and that brought safety back, immediate safety. But then law enforcement got here.
Sheriff's deputies, state troopers, and SLED. Teachers ushered out of the building, hugging each other. Students bused to a nearby church to be picked up by their anxious parents.
The faith-based community came out and opened their arms and opened their resources and provided space where the faculty could get together and begin to have the conversation of what took place.
In the days after the shooting, there were prayer vigils and counseling sessions for teachers, students, and parents. And then word that 6-year-old Jacob Hall, so badly hurt, had died.
We lost precious Jacob, such an amazing young person who touched the lives of the world. He had such strong energy and was so faith-based, and we've heard the stories about how he shared with his mother that he felt that he was going to be a superhero.
Jacob was remembered with a superhero funeral. Batman delivered the eulogy. The governor wore a superhero button.
The staff had made some capes that they wore to his celebration, and they rode the bus together over there, and they really wanted to be there to show their love and support to that family, and they continue to do that.
And that support continued when school started back 1 week after the shooting. Each child got a stuffed animal. Therapy dogs and counselors were there, and special focus was put on the first grade, especially Jacob's class.
In the particular classroom that Jacob was in, we left Jacob's desk there with his name and his presence. That's very important. He's part of this school family.
Jacob and the other victims are being remembered outside the school, too. There is a huge display of stuffed animals and signs. Dr. Avery says they feel the love that's come in for Townville.
There were so many ways, expressions of love and support, and it made a difference. It made a difference. It's a long road back, and we continue to need that support.
Support for this small school and surrounding community forever changed in an instant.
We will never be the same. We'll never forget September 28th. We'll never forget the victims. We will always honor them. But at the same time, we will focus on doing what we're here to do.
Diana Watson, Fox Carolina News.